Chanting what?
Basically, chanting out as you start a counter chant, Mozgus, which stops this purple energy which is flowing out from him from enveloping your comrades.
Wait, what did you say?
I have no idea. I'm saying Lamb of the God Emperor so many times that you can't hear what he's saying.
Prepare to meet thy doom.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over my prayers.
Basically, just sort of convulses once and then collapses.
Oh.
That's fully wasted. So we didn't hear the other chanting he did. Like it's
You heard it.
You didn't want to hear the other chanting. You would have been corrupted.
We resisted it, basically. We just resisted it.
You resisted the psychic phenomenon which was about to engulf you.
Okay, well,
Mozgus's prayer, amongst other things. You don't have to make another willpower check at -20.
fair enough.
Thank you for that.
And you don't gain die 10 corruption points.
How's OhmA doing?
Is he snapped back to reality?
Yeah, it was mainly startling. Once he drops dead, the effect ends. But it surged through Omaha's circuitry.
Huh.
Yeah, I
Literally giving you a jolt.
I basically hunch over and breathe heavily for a while, just to help that feeling pass.
Well, this just sounds fucking fantastic, isn't it?
Now that I've regained consciousness, I'm going to stamp on his head.
At this point, I turn to Eva and say, "You seem to have been somewhat familiar with what was going on. Can you explain this, soldier?"
I just simply turn around and say, I served in the track wars. Sort of expecting you to know what that is.
I think. Do we know what track we're on? I mean, is it in sector?
Okay. So I'm going to then sort of take the blank stares as we don't know what that is, and I'm just going to turn around and say, psychers, mutant psychers.
That's fantastic. Well,
this guy basically just got blown up by a mutant psyker. Or something like a psyker.
Well, welcome to
chaos, or I don't know, because I'm just a grunt.
So you're basically saying that this guy was being controlled by a psyker?
Before he was
he was killed by a psyker, definitely. Something was monitoring him, I believe, and at this point, in order to make sure no information got out, it decided to kill him.
Oh, enter Inquisitor.
Wow, look at that name. I need to move my character so I can read it.
Oh, God. Yeah, Navin is over the name. Inquisitor Camara Altaurus Quinta of Ordo Hereticus. Did I get that right?
Camaria Altaurus Quinta.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's an entire team.
The real deals here. We're like the small fry.
I'm assuming that the Inquisitor's uniform is something every Imperial citizen would recognise.
No, there's a big fucking eye with a skull.
The big eye symbol that's actually in golden.
In that case, I look up to them and I say, "You're a bit late."
Ooh,
that's a bit rude, is it not?
I'm a mercenary. I'm not under the chain of command.
Effectively, if you're part of the Imperium, in the Inquisition, you are.
Yeah. It doesn't really fucking matter.
I'm not part of the.
Well, the problem is, if you're not part of the Imperium, you're a fucking heretic, so you're gonna die anyway.
She looks across at you. Steps forward and sort of steps over some bodies quite gingerly.
Is it male or female?
Female.
Okay.
Quite elegant. Looking, sort of looks across at you.
Is there a bigger
Looks
picture
down at the body. Sorry?
Is there a bigger version of that picture of her icon so we can get a closer look at just what she might look like?
I'm
Well, it's
asking
cute,
at the moment. But, if we go to get an idea.
That's a
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, it's on the cover page for
Yeah.
the Roll20.
But that's a
Okay.
dude.
No, it's a girl. Look, those are clearly
Can you
boobs.
not see the breastplates?
I thought he said it was a man. Sorry, that's what I heard. Okay, cool. Down with the boobs.
Okay. And I assume you would be Arbitrator Dread,
Yes, ma'am.
Father Mozgus,
Indeed, Inquisitor.
Brother OhmA.
Indeed.
You are not familiar with. Looks at you.
Former Imperial Guardsman. I don't give a name.
I trust you have the documentation for that.
Yes, I do. Would you like to see it?
You can show Quinn in a bit. Okay. Sort of stepping past her and into the room is this guy, who's basically you've heard of the assassinatorium, and you've heard of these guys. You have never seen one.
I think that's
Generally, because anybody that does generally dies.
Yeah, fantastic. Don't get to meet one.
They're the most deadly human that is known to the Imperium, but in many ways.
more so than
Sort
the
of steps
Space Marines.
over the bodies and moves across it. He's ridiculously smooth in every action that he takes. He has a power sword resting across his back along with a rifle in his hand and a pistol of exquisite make at his side. And the full face mask has obviously more tech than any of you all put together, including Brother OhmA.
Yeah.
I can hear Brother OhmA seethe in jealousy.
Oh yes.
Well,
I'm
fapping is what it looked like. Piss is going.
I'm actually drooling slightly.
Steps across and looks around, carefully studies some of the bodies and things. Well, says the Inquisitor, since you all seem to have stumbled upon this, my name is Inquisitor Camario Altoris Quinta of the Order Hereticus. And you, it would seem, since you're involved here, are now my acolytes.
Oh, that takes care of the introductions.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
I now holster my lasgun.
As you can tell, and as Miss Dread there would be able to tell you, there have been many occurrences like this, but this one particularly, I believe, Brother OhmA, you have some knowledge of what was kept here by this merchant and what has been taken.
No, Inquisitor, I do not. Well, actually, I have a suspicion, but...
Something known as a spectral amplifier.
Indeed, I was sent here to find that item. And find the man who was selling it, and find the man who was dealing it. Was buying it.
Oh. She kicks one of the bodies as she moves around the room. This was the man who brought it here.
Is it the same merchant that I dealt with?
Oh yeah. He was trying to sell it to a cult known as the Masked, who worships Slanesh, the goddess of pleasure. Since you've already got involved, it leaves me two choices. One, as I said, is to embrace you as junior acolytes. The other is to kill you. Yeah.
Our goals
If you
align.
would prefer that option.
Our goals align, Inquisitor.
Indeed. But understand that the Inquisition takes priority over even the ecclesiasticy that looks towards Mozgus. Walter Mechanicus. This is demonic affair that we are dealing with. There have already been signs that several demonic entities have been released upon Malfi. And these need to be found, and their cults and them destroyed. Does anybody have any disagreement with this?
Absolutely not, Inquisitor.
None, Inquisitor.
Not a problem.
Nope. Not whatsoever. Are my fellow arbiters worthy of a decent burial?
Of course.
That's all they ask.
As I said, a very dangerous item has been brought here by this merchant and is now missing. I'm going to need you to help track it down. And the person behind it, who I believe, although cannot prove, is a former noble by the name of Mychella Cinderfall.
Machellis?
Mychella Cinderfall. House Cinderfall caused the last great upheaval on Malfi. An upheaval that cost the lives of several inquisitors and their entire entourages. I do not wish to see such rise again. Callie, deal with the Arbiter's wound. This woman approaches you.
Yes.
She has the symbol of sanctioning across side of her neck going up onto her cheek. Say that she is a sanctioned Primaris Psyker. She reaches out with one hand, runs it carefully sort of across your shoulder, and your wounds heal.
What about? I think was anyone other than myself also wounded?
Ever the practical.
I didn't take any hits.
I look at the scene with slight disgust.
Very well. Finish your investigations here then, Acolytes, and I will be in contact with you.
Well,
They're hackers basically. They just walk through the walls.
Yep.
God damn it! They got no clip.
no clip acquisitive.
What they're actually doing is they're just going straight through the ceiling. They're going up the 13,000 floors or whatever.
Did the Psyker
They're just
heal
using the teleportarium.
Did the Psyker heal anyone else's wounds? Because I think I took 3 wounds.
You weren't like critically hurt though.
Okay, I can see
So
where
it probably
the
wasn't.
priority
You
is.
are considered lightly wounded. You will heal 1 wound every day.
Okay,
Yeah, it's probably that your wounds weren't noticeable.
okay.
Whereas Miss Dread was in what would be termed heavily injured,
Yes, under half health.
and that would take weeks or months to heal.
Okay, okay.
Do we have like some kind of like tanks that we can put people in for increased regeneration in this universe?
They need somebody with the Medicaid skill and medkits and things. There are things which can speed up healing.
There's no like
but-
Kolto tank or something.
Um,
Just chuck someone in it for 2 days and they're back to full health.
no,
Don't think so.
generally
Okay.
not.
Oh,
Generally, there are people who are particularly hardy that will heal quicker than others.
Mutants.
Tech priests generally have something called Auto Sanguine, which repairs them remarkably quickly. But normal people,
Regular
not so
humans,
much.
yeah.
especially not sort of low-life Imperial Guard and low-level Arbitrators. If you were Cascarin, maybe, or Stormtrooper.
So, okay, I basically started speaking. So, if this merchant brought the let's see, what the fuck was it called? The spectral amplifier here. Who was going to buy it, and why is it not here?
Wasn't it? It was the
The
cult.
cultists. The cultists will buy it.
I will now turn around and explain why I'm here. That I met that merchant yesterday, and he paid me, or he was going to pay me, a lot of money to come here and provide protection. I can only assume it was for this device.
Yeah, there is basically from where the bodies are and the scrape marks are, you can see the bodies were dragged aside to allow something from the corner where you're currently gathered to be dragged towards the lift shaft in the centre.
So they went down the lift.
Well, nothing went down the lift, right?
Well, the force field's still
Yeah,
intact around it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a shield and it's closed, isn't it?
Right. So, if this item went down the lift, we need to follow. Or
So
sorry,
should
I
we
need
go-
to follow.
So we should probably go through the ground floor door as opposed to the upper door.
Yeah, I was going to say we need to sweep and clear those 2 remaining rooms,
Okay.
just in case there's anything in
You're all specs points you towards this door, so up there.
Okey-dokey.
Yeah, this is where I go. This is where I notice the energy flux.
Okay, I will move up and take cover behind that door.
Oh, whoops.
Would you? That.
Is that door open, or did we just open it?
It
Oh, okay.
opens pretty much as you approach it.
Okay, automatic door.
So,
Okey-dokey.
Okay, in that case,
Should we take point?
yeah, you've got the shotgun, so you're probably best in the close quarters.
Exactly. So I'll move up to, here first, then slightly over here, scanning the room.
okay.
Tell us what you say.
There are some bodies on the floor, which
Oh, fantastic.
but there is nobody currently in here. There is a gleaming console with various tech, blipping lights and vid screens and things there, which you have no idea what it's trying to display, and it's effectively just a glorified writing desk on this side.
Okay, I'll move
So
in.
basically, I
and-
see.
I'll move in and examine the bodies, and I'll shout to the tech priest to come in and check out the console.
I'm going to check the writing desk.
Exactly. Well, I'll just stay out here and see if shit goes down. Scanning the big room.
Okay.
Right. I will examine the console.
Okay. For the OhmA, if you will make a tech use roll, Mozgus, if you could make an inquiry roll,
Modifier?
you can have plus 20 because you've got plenty of time currently. Eva, you recognise these guys from the meeting yesterday.
Okay. Were they his bodyguards or assistants?
They were parts of his staff for the.
Okay. Just anonymous people.
Okay. So,
I guess I'll frisk him for credits as well. And
Wait, I have plus 10 to tech use as well.
yeah, so that's success. Then. Okay, this has the control for the force shield and the lift shaft, although it's registering an error on the actual grav plating of the lift shaft. It looks like it's been sabotaged.
So we can take. So I theoretically I could take the shield down, but I can't use the lift.
Yeah. You can open it. You might be able to get something to. You might be able to physically climb down.
Right. I will try to disable the shield in that case.
Make another tech use roll. You can have plus 20 on this. Eva, just gone. Mozgus, you still, from looking onto here, you can find various trade agreements and so on. There is something regarding another merchant that is on the surface. Who originally brought this thing to the planet. Basically, this guy was storing it for a while. His name is Crazius. The merchant. And he seems to be actually a spice merchant. Rare herbs and spices, including some which aren't certainly not for cooking, and some of them are beyond narcotic.
So we have a drug dealer, smuggling, tech.
Yeah, so by the sounds of it.
He seems to be the way that it got on planet. And this merchant, whose name's Domus, was basically shipping it down to the underhives. You have a delivery address. It is near the furnaces on level 900.
Okay.
Couldn't it be level 9000?
You want it to be all the way down in the fucking core?
No, just in meme territory.
Okay. Right, so what did OhmA achieve with his role?
Right. Okay, you managed to deactivate the force shield, open up the entryway down, but the grab plates have been physically cut. So, unless you're going to climb down the actual edging of it, which might be particularly dangerous.
We should probably check the second room first before we do anything like that. There could be an additional control.
Alright.
I agree. We should check the other room.
There's nothing else in here. I've searched the documentation.
Okay.
I let the others know what was going on, obviously, since I was reading it.
Did I find anything on the merchant's assistants' bodies?
You actually don't find a huge amount. There is various bits about data entry. The other interesting thing Brother OhmA finds is that there are actually security eyes that have been recording this area. Which...
Can I access them from here?
That's the question. Can you make a logic roll for me, please?
Let's see. Logic.
Okay. Yes, you can. The second room is where you met up with them last time, Eva. Met up with the merchant. It's a meeting room stroke small shrine to the God Emperor, although...
Okay, so I have actually been to this building before then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do a knowledge check on this?
Yep.
Which one is...
Make a common law ecclesiastes.
Modifier?
Plus 30. It's quite easy. Okay. This shrine, it's here in name only, really. The merchant would be required to an extent to have a shrine like this to sign documents over and to discuss over, so that the Emperor would be watching, would be the symbolism of it. But it doesn't look like it's actually been used properly as a shrine for a long time.
If I go over into the shrine, are there any bodies that I recognise in there as well?
There are 2 bodies, one of which was Domus's bodyguard. So
Okay.
he had one
I
guard.
immediately check his body for anything, weapons, documentation,
Okay.
anything which could be of use.
It has. He's a big chap. He's more of a bruiser than anything else, which is why Domus wanted a specialist. But he has a las pistol with 2 magazines, and also a shock maul.
Shockmaul, is that a melee weapon?
Yeah.
Aren't last pistol clips co-compatible with a last gun?
Yes.
I was going to say, I imagine they are since they're energy packs.
Yeah.
Can I carry more than 3 guns?
Not easily.
Right, okay, in that case, I'll offer the las pistol to anyone else who wants to use it, and I'll take one of the packs for myself.
The other thing that you find on him is a coin. Looks to be made out of a silvery metal. On one side, it has a circle with 8 spokes.
Chaos!